Good morning, Paul Stolzfus, team leader, business consultant and trainer at the Keller Williams Elite here in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Today, I want to talk about one of the myth understandings in the Millionaire Realtor book. So it's the third common myth understanding. It would take too much time and effort, I will lose my freedom. The truth is, time and effort are not the deciding factor in success. Let's dive in. Anytime I'm looking to up-level business, we look for three things and in this order. So Jason Abrams often talks about this. We look for model and a system plus tech plus people in this order. And today what I want to show you is why that order is important and what that order is. So let's take another example of model and a system and how it worked to teach kids. So in education, back in the day, if you wanted to become a blacksmith, you would have an apprenticeship. Find a blacksmith, hang out with him for a year, and you were a journeyman, or no, you were an apprentice, journeyman, and master, right? And you learn the trade. We still have that in some trades like electrician, HVAC, those kinds of things. So in teaching our kids, sometime along the way we decided that we don't want one-on-one tutoring, we can have group education. So the model and the system is group learning. First we started with this one-room schoolhouse, somewhere in town, and all the kids walked to the school, had one teacher, teach many kids, one to many, but it feels like a one-to-one relationship, right? So now that we have group learning, we need another system, a new system to get the kids to the school. So the earlier iteration was just a model and a system plus people. The kids walk to school, or a parent would walk their child to school. There's no technology in between. Well, over time, schools or towns became bigger, cities became bigger, such that you couldn't all walk to school. So we needed a tech piece. We may have had the horse and buggy, we had a car, and eventually we had the bus. So let's go back and think about that. The tech came in second and the person last. And you can see very quickly that in the system of group education and getting all the kids to school, the tech just changed, but the one human worked from, let's say, 7:30 to 8:30. So back in the day, mom would get out with Johnny and Susie and walk them to school, or just say, hey guys, walk to school, right? Well, over time, if you are in, let's say, Leola and schools in New Holland, you couldn't walk there. So you needed technology to gather all the kids in a 5-mile radius to get them to the school. So mom got in the car with two kids and took them to school. Over time, we were like, hey, public school, 1,500 kids in an elementary school. Let's have one of the moms drive a school bus, round up all the kids, and take them to school, which also frees up, this is fascinating. So all these mothers who are taking their kids to school, now they just stand at the bus stop 10, 15 minutes to wait for this bus. It also frees up all these other parents to do other things in that time. Isn't that fun? And back in the day, we might say, well, what are all these parents going to do from 7:30 to 8:30 that they're not taking their kids to school? It's a silly question. We're like, there's always other things to do, right? So now we have this one mom or dad, instead of taking 3 kids to school from 7:30 to 8:30, in that same time frame, that one parent jumped in the bus and took 60 kids to school. I can see your mind turning. Isn't this fun? Isn't this fun? So when you look at your own business, what's your model and system? When you start with big models, you look for models and systems that can scale, meaning that you can get a tech piece to accelerate it, and then just find the person to run that tech piece. And that will free up other people to do other things for other models and systems. Isn't that cool? Now let's look at the dark side of this. Every time a new tech piece is introduced, there may be an unintentional downside. The one I thought of with the kids is, let's say you're the parent who took your kids to school, and over the years of taking your kids to school, you realize that 20-minute car ride to school in the morning and 20 minutes home after school was a really good relationship building time with your kids. Well, you're going to end up losing that if you let someone else drive their kids to school. And just ask yourself, is that okay, right? The other unintentional result could be that this school bus, there's 60 kids all by themselves. Yes, they're learning independence and how to work with other humans, yet they're unattended. They might bully each other. So we have new challenges created with one tech piece. So always think about what can you add that will make a difference in your life? What can you take out? which basically what you're saying is always be open to everything and always question everything to up-level your success. Now, just this morning, after going through this with our leadership team here, Lacey and Molly, we're thinking about our care calls. So once a month, we call our agents. There's 180 agents, 5 of us in leadership. 200 divided by 5 is roughly 40 people for us to call. And that's a lot of time for us to call 40 people. And so when Lacey saw this, she's like, maybe we can change this so that the 5 of us could call 3 people, maybe top agents. So the 5 of us call 3 people and text them a list of 5 people to call with a few things to add value to the other agents in the office, so that we in leadership make 3 phone calls, share the piece of value that then those other people can share to 3 times 5 is 15 people. And by doing so, we're actually building relationships with the people we talk to and empower them to pass on that piece of information to 15 other people. So in 20 minutes, one of us can impact 3 times 5, 15 people instead of just 3. Isn't that fun? So as you go out there and solve your business challenges, think about the model and the system plus tech plus people. And if you want a third perspective on what may work, what may not work, I get a front row seat to a lot of people's business ideas. I would love to help you up-level your business, pick the model and the system that doubles your business in the same or less time.